Good morning, students. I'm Irmgard Williams. I'm sure you have already read my syllabus. We have covered it as much as we could last time, but if you have any more questions, please ask. Are there any more questions about the syllabus? Okay. All right. Let's start with our first essay assignment. As we have discussed before, reviewing our syllabus, you always choose your own topic. This time, before you choose your own topic, I would like to cover culture shock. As you can see on the screen, culture shock was coined by an anthropologist. It's a phrase that is used quite often. So, what is culture shock? Here you can see two people from the same culture. One is holding a beer, the other one is holding tea. So what is it? Does it mean that you travel to a foreign country? Does it mean that you move away and live in another state? Or does it mean you go from city to city and move to other cities within the state? So is it at a local level? Is it at a national level? Is it at an international level? What is culture shock? Professor Oberg, he basically said culture shock is a process in which everyone experiences four distinct phases. Here's the honeymoon phase. What do you do during the honeymoon phase? You're happy because you have just moved. Everything is new. You're ecstatic. You're curious. Everything is just wonderful. In fact, you are unstoppable. It's just like the beginning of a roller coaster ride. The second one is the crisis. The crisis is the problem stage. During the crisis, the person becomes sad, hopeless, upset, or frustrated. Next, we have the recovery. The recovery is the phase or the stage when you have overcome the crisis. So during the recovery, you basically feel satisfied, you feel pleased, glad, content. You have mastered the crisis. You have overcome the obstacle. You did it. The last one is the adjustment. The adjustment is basically recovery that is long-term. During the adjustment phase, you are relaxed, confident, conscious, and aware. So as you can see, honeymoon, happy. Crisis, sad. Blue almost. Recovery, pleased. Adjustment, aware. You are aware because there will be more crises in the future. Now, if you use culture shock, you can choose any topic. You can pick any topic. One of the topics a lot of students like to discuss in their research essay and essay is moving in with somebody who is significant to them. So as soon as you move in with somebody, you are excited during the honeymoon stage because everything is new, everything is interesting. You're a very happy person. The crisis begins during the first upsetting argument, quarrel. It is tough because it's also the first one. So one of the arguments could be about household chores. During the recovery stage, you agree who does which chore. Adjusting basically means that you have recovered and you want to make sure there's no other crisis on the horizon. So before the crisis hits, you try to change or adjust. So during the last phase, you may just have a new schedule, making sure which chore is done on which day. There's another example. What you could also use is being a college student for the first semester. During the honeymoon stage, every student is thrilled being a college student for the very first semester. They tell everyone, they post it on Facebook, they are interested in the college, they look up the college, they visit the college, they meet counselors, they're very happy. As soon as everything is settled, they start taking classes, and then the crisis comes because they may receive an F or a failing grade on an exam or essay. They do recover during the recovery stage as they decide to go to a tutor on a regular basis. Eventually, they will also adjust the student because they want to make sure they do well on future essays and exams. They will also manage their time better and still keep going to a tutor on a regular basis. Okay, so culture shock is basically a compositional algorithm that can be used in any essay, in any book. Some of the authors we all know, and one of them who's really famous, J.K. Rowling, she used it in her first book, Harry Potter. As soon as he learned he can move away from his home, he became ecstatic. He was 11 years old and he was ready to start a new chapter in his life, attending Hogwarts. As soon as he settled down at the school, he encountered many crises. One of them is fighting a troll. The other one is meeting Professor Snape, who seemed very hostile. The third, which is the recovery, he defeats the troll with his new friend Ron. Fourth, adjusting. So he adjusts as he becomes more aware of the dangers that are at Hogwarts. He prepares for them. He's ready for them. He has managed, he has adjusted, and he's ready to fly away. Okay, so if you pick a topic, make sure there is a honeymoon, crisis, recovery, and adjustment phase or stage. Do you have any questions? Not yet? Okay. If you do, let me know.